We want to turn our attention now to another very important area of the world, and that is Gaza in Palestine. And we are very honored to be joined as we continue the show here by Wafa Al-Udaini, who is a Gaza-based journalist, activist, and head of the Gaza-based media group, 16th of October Media Group. Wafa, thank you so much for being back with us.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be with you again.
No, it's our pleasure for sure. And I wanted to start here. We've talked a little bit about on the show, the new Israeli government is, very right wing. There's open fascists in it. The genocidal statements against Palestinians seem to be happening regularly. So my question is has the situation in Gaza felt more tense or changed at all since this new Israeli government came in, or is the policy more or less the same, regardless of who is there in Tel Aviv?
Okay, well, actually the occupation is still occupation, It doesn't matter who is in power. Actually, they have all the same face, but different strategies. Nothing gets changed for the people of Gaza. But what differs is that the current government is more honest as they declare clearly what they want. Their mission is to ethnically cleanse the Palestinian people. And I'm really sure that you hear about Rich. He is a minister in this government. He said in his speech in France, there is no such thing called Palestinians. This means that he doesn't believe in peace, or even he doesn't consider Palestinians as human beings who deserve to live. So, and even another minister in this government who is being feared, he is so racist indeed. He prevented the treatment and the fresh bread from reaching the Palestinian detainees who are currently in the Israeli jails. And he many times even agreed and salute to their forces who murder Palestinians who committed crimes, I just remember like the Hawara pogrom when they committed, the Israeli settlers committed this atrocity indeed. He just said, yeah, go on, they deserve it. See? And even like many statements by several politicians, Israeli politicians in the current government, they just declare it. And really, like the previous governments, they try to play with the words. They sometimes they seek for peace, but indeed on the ground they commit massacres. Like I just remember like Livni, she always, I heard her statement saying that we seek for peace as Israel, we seek for two solution stuff, but on the ground, just way she like over than.
Oh, we may have lost Wafa. Well, I think we have Wafa Al-Udaini from the 16th of October Media Group back with us.
Oh.
Excellent. Wafa, welcome back. You were right in the middle of just making a point about the impact of the Israeli politicians. You were mentioning Zippy Livni saying they're for peace when they're actually, doing something different on the ground. But please continue.
Yeah. Firstly, pardon me for this, for what happened. Okay. Yeah. As I said, I mean, like the difference between the current government and the previous ones is that those government, the current one is, they just declare exactly, clearly what they want to wipe out Palestinians out of the map, while those in the previous government, they already, commit so many massacres and killed like thousands of Palestinians, but they say that, declare on the media that they seek for peace. So as I said before, like the occupation, the face of the occupation is the same. It is the occupation, it is the oppression of Palestinians and the brutality against Palestinians.
Wafa, I'm curious. You, of course, live in Gaza, and Gaza's been under siege now for 15 or more years. And I remember hearing back, like, in the 20 teens from the UN. The UN was estimating that by the year 2020, Gaza would not have drinkable water. So I'm curious, after 15 years of this siege, we're now in the year 2023. In 2023, what are the conditions like in Gaza, and how does this ongoing siege impact you and your family?
Yeah. Actually, the situation here in Gaza is the same, like Israel imposed land, air, and the ground siege since nearly 2016. And the nearly 2 million Palestinians are still trapped in nearly 360 kilometers. So Israel controls like everything here, like the entry of all goods, supplies, and materials into the strip, and even they prevent people like from exiting Gaza for treatment. Like for me and for my family, of course, we live here in the BC's Gaza Strip, and we got affected. You know, like many times I go to the pharmacies to buy like specific treatment or cure. Like they told me that in the pharmacy that this kind of treatment is not here in Gaza. The Israeli occupation prevent it from entering into Gaza, and sometimes like different items and different materials actually they are missing from the markets. So sometimes because the people here in the Gaza Strip actually because they like to live in a decent life like other people around the world, so they try to survive. So they create and invent, like several projects and alternative things in order to survive, under this hard draconian siege. So that's why the people keep going, and I'm really sure if this draconian siege is imposed in any other area in the world, of course the sectors going to get collapsed. But for Palestinians, actually, they survive because they love to live in peace. To love, they love they like their land, and they believe that they are the land owners, so they have to survive and the struggle, the occupation keep going. Like I just remember like I'm with three children, and I remember like one of the eldest my eldest son, he likes drawing, and then suddenly I came to him and asked him what you are drawing, and he told me that I'm drawing the beautiful nature. And when I look to his painting, I saw a plane airplane. I asked him, is it a Palestinian? He told me no, it's an Israeli airplane in our sky. I told him, do you like this airplane to be in your sky? He told me, of course not, but because it is always in our sky here in Gaza, and it is always buzzing in my brain. That's why it comes like a part of our life. That's why I draw it. So I mean, like our children here, like they don't deserve this. They don't live like their childhood indeed. So they are subject, and for your information, like nearly half of the population here in Gaza are from children, so it is a siege against the children. It is when there is any aggression, so it is aggression against the kids. It's oppression against the kids, subjugation against them. So of course this is collective punishment, and indeed what disappoint us as Palestinians, we see that the world is silent regarding this collective punishment, and regarding this subjugation and this apartheid regime. So indeed, the people here try to survive, and as I said, like most of the Gaza sectors are nearly collapsed due to the not only the draconian siege, but also the repeated Israeli bloody aggressions, and that over like more than 2,000 Palestinians got massacred. They were just in their homes, but the occupation warplanes just targeted them while they were in their homes, and many massacres were committed. And indeed, like I sometimes, when I try to, because I have 3 kids, sometimes I try to let them feel that everything is okay, everything is normal, don't fear anything. So sometimes I just, when they hear like a huge or massive explosion, I told them that this is like a firework, Hey, say so. Let's say hey and stuff like this. But sometimes I can't control myself. Like I just I'm a human being, of course,
Of
and
course.
sometimes I feel it's scary, yeah, for my kids, of course. So they look at my face and then tell me, "Mom, you look scared." And then I told them, yeah, I'm not scared, but I'm trying to listen to this, so I'm trying to play with the words with them, in order to get them feel relaxed. I don't want to get them. I don't want them to get terrorized by the occupation warplanes and explosions. But this is actually for vain. Like after the any aggressions ended, I remember like in 2021, when after the aggression ended, when we went back to school and work, and the life went on. So they saw everything, they saw the
Yeah.
destruction, they saw like the building. And then I couldn't lie, at them. They told me, "Mom, what is this?" I think they told me that this is the exhibit that we kept using during the past few days. And then it was like a slap to me when, and I told them, yeah, it is because of the occupation. They did this, and they want us to go to be outside of Palestine. Why they attack us, and they try to terrorize us and to kill us, to let us hate being here in Palestine. But well, I just remember like their reaction. They told me that, how come, we just was born here, we were born here, and it is our land. How come we can go to another country, which is not our country, but this is our land? How can we go, to somewhere else, and then in the mainstream media, they say that Palestinians teach their children hatred,
Right.
but indeed we don't teach our children hatred. The occupation and their brutality against our people, it's the one, it is the reason why they hate the occupation, when they see the massacres, when they see the kids, most of their victims and the people who got massacred during any aggression on the Gaza Strip, most of the victims are from kids and women, and they can see this exactly in our media and our local media, and we can't hide the truth, so of course they are going to hate this thing. And sometimes, because like I go in some refugee camps and other places, I see kids playing, and what is why they are what they are playing. They are playing. They have like holding guns, and
Mhm.
they say that we are going to. It's no one teach them this thing. Just because they saw this thing, they feel very bad here, and they feel oppressed being here in Palestine. So it is our human being. It's our nature as a human being. To fight back and to defend ourselves.
Of
So
course.
actually, yeah.
Well, Wafa, I wanted to ask you, while we still have you on, and it's horrible what you and your family have to deal with. I mean, no children, of course, let alone adults, should have to live under those circumstances. But on a bit of a geopolitical level, I mean, you had in Gaza, I think it was last week, the Iranian president addressed Gaza for the first time ever, Ibrahim Raisi, and it was seen as part of this reconciliation of sorts between Iran and Hamas after they were on different sides in the Syrian civil war. I'm just curious, how was the Iranian president's speech viewed among Palestinians in Gaza? Was it seen as a positive development?
Actually, regarding like the position of Palestinians here from the Iranian, from Iran, of course, like we know that Iran always support the resistance here in the Gaza Strip. So, and since Palestinians feel disappointed from the whole world, nobody support them, they always biased to the occupation, and even the Arab countries, they are always biased to the occupation. Nobody act to stop the occupation, genocide, and ethnic cleansing. So of course, Palestinians, of course, feel so sad for anyone who could help them, and always that Iran always support the resistance. So of course the people here are so grateful to this support and this aid, regardless anything else. So if I mean, like when you are subject to all kinds of brutality and oppression, of course, if anyone give you his hand or help you or support you, you are going to be thankful to him. So of course the people here are so thankful for this thing, of course.
Wafa Al-Udaini with the 16th of October Media Group based in Gaza. As always, thank you so much for joining us here on the Freedom Side.
Thank you so much for your efforts.